You're surrounded by people all the time, at work, in school, on the bus, yet some of them never seem to get sick. No colds, no flu, not even a tiny sneeze. At first, you might think, wow, they're just lucky. But science says maybe it's not luck at all. So the big question is, what's really happening inside their bodies? Why do some people stay healthy even when everyone else is down with a fever? In this videocast, we're going to break it down in simple science. And trust me, the answer is a lot more surprising than you think.
If you look around, your office, your neighborhood, there's always that one person. Or maybe it's you. The person who just seems to breeze through flu season, they dodge the stomach bug, they shrug off the cough that knocks everyone else down for a week.
And they navigated the recent global health crisis basically unscathed.
Exactly. We tend to just call that luck. But is it? Okay, let's unpack this. We're taking a deep dive into the research you share to understand what separates those people from, well, the rest of us.
It really is the ultimate biological puzzle.
Our mission here is to get a handle on that blend of built-in biology and, intentional behavior that creates truly robust health.
And research is clear. There's no single vitamin, no supplement, or secret ritual that just grants you immunity.
No silver bullet.
None. What we see instead is a convergence of three major pillars: a highly optimized immune system, some underlying genetic advantages, and a set of really consistent daily habits. We have to explore all three to get the full picture.
Okay, so let's start with the foundation then, the immune system itself. We talk about it like it's one thing, but your sources show it's actually this complex, multi-layered defense force.
That's right. Think of it as the body's highly trained, specialized army. And that army has two main divisions.
Okay.
The first is innate immunity. This is your rapid, non-specific response. It's the first line of defense. Macrophages, natural killer cells, that sort of thing. They react instantly to anything that looks foreign.
You're the general patrol throwing up roadblocks right away.
Exactly. Then the second, and arguably more strategic division, is adaptive immunity.
This is the one that learns.
This is the system that learns, yes. It's slower to activate the first time it sees something, but once it identifies a threat, it creates these specialized memory cells, T cells and B cells.
So it can react faster and much more effectively the next time that specific thing shows up.
Precisely.
So if we use that analogy of the body as a castle, innate immunity is the high wall and the alert guards who immediately yell, intruder, and, push back.
Right. And the adaptive immunity.
That's the specialized training unit that, once they see the invader's flag, draws up specific plans for attack.
That's a perfect way to put it. And the people who rarely get sick often have systems where those two responses, the innate and the adaptive, work together with, well, almost supernatural efficiency.
The guards are so well trained and the walls are so tall that the threat is neutralized almost immediately.
Often before symptoms even begin to register. Because the symptoms are often just the body's reaction to the fight, not the fight itself.
That dynamic efficiency sounds like winning the battle before it starts. But let's get into why some systems are just inherently faster. Here's where it gets really interesting. We have to talk about DNA.
Indeed. It's the architecture of the castle you inherited. Our genetics play a huge role in shaping the raw speed and the efficacy of our immune response.
So sometimes you just have a built-in advantage.
You do.
Yeah.
And the perfect illustration of this comes from the deep analysis done during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Right.
Researchers studied groups of people who were repeatedly exposed to the virus. I mean, some were even living with infected partners, but they never tested positive, never developed symptoms.
And they found a specific gene variant.
We did. It's called HLA-B 15.01.
Okay, so what did that specific variant do?
It was a game changer for a small subset of the population. See, T cells, those specialized fighters, they need to be shown a piece of the invader, an antigen, to know what to attack.
Oh, I see.
The HLA gene variants are basically the display cabinets on the surface of our cells that present these antigens.
So they're showing the T cells what the enemy looks like.
Exactly. And people with this specific HLA-B 15.01 variant had T cells that were kind of pre-primed. They were already highly effective at recognizing the common structure of the coronavirus.
It's like they'd studied the enemy's uniform years ahead of time.
That's a great way to think about it. It allowed their T cells to destroy infected cells so rapidly that the viral load never even reached a detectable level. It was a truly asymptomatic clearance.
That sounds like winning the genetic lottery. But, I mean, if this particular gene is so specific and pretty rare, isn't focusing too much on genetics a bit misleading for the average person?
That's a crucial caveat the research really underscores. You're right. No single gene protects you against every disease.
It's just a head start.
It's a head start, a predisposition. If you have this variant, it makes clearing a coronavirus easier. If you don't, you just rely more heavily on the other two pillars, tolerance and lifestyle. The key takeaway is just understanding the potential power of your innate biology.
Okay.
Now, what's fascinating here is that even when the invader gets past those initial defenses, avoiding illness isn't just about killing the microbe faster. It's also about how the body manages the fight itself.
Which brings us to this idea of tolerance.
Yes, the pivotal concept of tolerance.
This suggests a totally different strategy than just elimination. It's not about having an impenetrable wall. It's about managing the attack so efficiently you avoid collateral damage.
Precisely. We often confuse being sick with having a high inflammatory response.
The fever, the aches, congestion.
Right. Those are symptoms caused by the body's massive, costly reaction to the pathogen, often more than by the pathogen itself. Tolerance is the ability to avoid those major symptoms even when a virus does manage to multiply a bit inside the body.
So the body's internal monologue switches from sound the massive alarm, burn everything down, to something much quieter, a more surgical approach.
Exactly. The body basically says, okay, there's a microbe here, but we can handle this quietly, efficiently, without diverting massive amounts of energy and triggering a systemic meltdown.
And the mechanism behind that quiet handling, this is where we start tying it into our daily habits, right? It's linked directly to metabolic regulation.
Directly. Immune cells are incredibly energy intensive. When they launch a huge inflammatory reaction, they go into this maximum power draw mode, and they often rely heavily on glucose.
Okay.
So if you have poor metabolic regulation, say insulin resistance or chronic inflammation already taxing the system, your immune cells struggle to access and use that energy efficiently.
So they can't fuel the fight properly.
Right. But tolerant individuals, they tend to have better metabolic health. Their immune cells can switch energy sources more smoothly, using fats and other pathways. This efficient, quiet energy usage prevents the immune system from defaulting to that high-cost, high-drama response.
It lets them silently clear the threat while just maintaining balance.
Yes, and that is a fundamental difference.
It totally shifts the goal from just winning a destructive war to winning an efficient covert operation. It's like some bodies remove microbes like an automatic door opening smoothly. The threat just glides out so efficiently you don't even notice the mechanism working.
It allows the system to prioritize efficiency and minimize resource waste. And while genetics gives you the raw material for that efficient engine, the next part is the user manual.
The daily choices, the maintenance program.
Exactly.
We've talked about the soil, which is your genes. Now let's discuss the water and sunlight. The research is so clear on this. What you do every day matters just as much as what you inherited.
It is the empowering message, isn't it?
It really is. Consistently great lifestyle habits can dramatically compensate for a less than perfect genetic setup.
Yes, lifestyle and environment provide the daily boosters. They let us cultivate that high tolerance and an effective immune response. And there are really 5 major factors we need to manage.
Okay, what's number 1?
First, a healthy diet. And this isn't just about general well-being. It's about providing specific raw materials.
The building blocks?
The building blocks. Immune cells need amino acids from good proteins, fatty acids, micronutrients like vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole foods literally provides the ammunition for your internal army.
And second, the one we all underestimate, good sleep.
Oh, it's absolutely essential. It is crucial for immune system repair and for immune memory consolidation. While you sleep, your body is producing and moving critical T cells and cytokines.
So cutting corners on sleep is like crippling your defense team.
It really is. It spikes stress hormones and damages the adaptive system's ability to remember threats. It's like sending your defense team into battle after a 4-hour briefing instead of a full strategy session.
That makes sense. Okay, what's third?
Third is regular physical activity. Moderate, consistent exercise is a powerful immune modulator.
How so?
It improves circulation. And that means immune cells can move throughout the body faster and get to a potential infection site more quickly. It's like ensuring your patrol cars are constantly moving on the road network.
But the research makes a critical distinction here, doesn't it? We're talking moderate movement, not intense, hardcore endurance training every single day.
Precisely. They found that overdoing intense, prolonged exercise can actually cause temporary immunosuppression.
It weakens you.
It does, because it floods the body with stress hormones and diverts resources to recovery, leaving you vulnerable right after. Consistency and moderation are key.
Okay. And number 4 is the one we link back to tolerance.
The healthy microbiome.
We all know a balanced gut is good, but how exactly does it connect to immune robustness?
Your gut bacteria are communicating with your immune system constantly. They produce compounds, like short-chain fatty acids, that directly feed and regulate the immune cells in your gut lining.
So a healthy microbiome keeps the immune system balanced.
It does. It reduces chronic, low-level inflammation. If your immune system isn't constantly distracted by distress signals from an unbalanced gut, it's free to focus 100% on external threats.
And finally, the most insidious drain on our resources.
Stress management.
This one makes perfect sense when you think back to metabolic regulation.
It's the biggest resource thief. Chronic stress produces high levels of cortisol, which is a powerful immunosuppressant. Stress is physically diverting resources away from your immune army to deal with a perceived threat.
And that constant drain weakens you.
It weakens your immunity, making you more susceptible. On the other hand, practices that cultivate calmness, good social connections, they're scientifically proven to reduce those harmful hormones and strengthen your defenses.
So if genetics is the soil, then the consistency of these 5 things, diet, sleep, movement, gut health, and stress, that's the water, sunlight, and careful weeding.
Exactly. Without that care, even the best genetic soil won't yield strong, resilient health.
So what does this all mean? We've covered the innate architecture, the genetic lottery, and the daily maintenance plan. Let's synthesize this into the most actionable knowledge for you listening.
Well, we've established that robust health is really an outcome of balance. The key scientific finding is that disease tolerance, how your body manages that inflammatory response, is as critical as the speed at which it fights a virus.
It's about quiet efficiency over a noisy, destructive war.
Exactly. And we also saw compelling evidence that cultivating a diverse and healthy microbiome is central to reducing that overall inflammation and enabling the efficient clearance mechanism we talked about.
So it directly links your daily choices to your internal tolerance level.
It does.
Therefore, if we were to create a working checklist for that perpetually healthy person, it really comes down to a triple thread of advantages. Number 1, they have a strong, well-balanced immune system. The trained army.
Right.
Number 2, they possess advantageous genetics, giving them that innate head start against certain pathogens.
The middle luck.
And number 3, they are rigorously consistent in maintaining healthy lifestyle habits. Good sleep, movement, nutrition, gut health, and low stress.
And that combination is what moves a person closer to rarely getting sick. It's all about maximizing your biological potential.
So no one is perfectly immune.
No one. But by optimizing those factors we can control, we dramatically raise the bar for what it takes for a microbe to take root and actually cause symptoms.
That concept of tolerance, the silent clearance, the efficient handling of inflammation, it really raises a fascinating final thought for you to mull over. Since our sources show that better metabolic regulation and managing inflammation are key to silently clearing acute viruses, what is the larger long-term role of continuous, low-level inflammation management in truly maximizing long-term health? If we shift our health goal from just fighting off an infection to cultivating constant metabolic efficiency, we're moving beyond simple infection prevention and toward a goal of overall biological flourishing.
A fascinating question.
Thank you for sharing your sources and letting us dive deep into the fascinating science of robust health. We hope this deep dive arms you with a new perspective and the checklist to start cultivating your own resilience. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.
Staying healthy isn't always about luck or magic immunity. Some people have stronger habits, stronger genetics, or even a stronger microbiome working silently behind the scenes. But the good news? You can boost your own natural defenses too, with sleep, nutrition, movement, and stress control. Your body is way smarter than you think. You just need to give it what it needs. I'm happy you were here with me in this videocast. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button And stay tuned for more science made simple.